Hello, hello. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Today is May 1st. The 5th month of the year is just beginning. If we were to think about, May is such an interesting number. First of all, how can it not be with the number being given 5? Should be lots of movement in May. Of course, May is a number of movement to begin with. And I say that because look at all the natural biorhythms of the earth. How many things are being born right now? How many things come to bloom? How many things continue to grow in beauty and understanding, in beauty and ability? Anyway, and the days get longer. At least where I am in the temperate 4-season world, things get warmer. Today we're going to take a look at Scorpio. A message for Scorpio. A message for Scorpio when you're watching it right now. This is for Scorpio placements, anybody with significant Scorpio energy. So you may have a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. You may have a Scorpio as your signature sign. Maybe you have Scorpio somewhere in your personal planets that you feel quite strongly, depending upon how it's aspected in your chart. Maybe you have multiple planets and or houses in Scorpio. Maybe for what you're going through right now, where you have Scorpio in your natal chart, is something that influences your day, your mind, and raises questions about where you are. Scorpio, if you appreciate my time and energy, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. Scorpio, as this is a collective reading, I'm going to be focusing on the collective reading first. If anyone has any personal questions, I do ask for donations, but I won't do anything until the collective reading is done. Feel free to make your donations, even to share some love if you appreciate what's being done here at Mystic Moons. Please do demonstrate that. We are in a society that we are tied to livelihood with certain requirements, including things to get ahead. So a like is appreciated. Donations are appreciated. Feel free to make one through the super chat. Feel free to make one through Buy Me a Coffee or Cash App. As for personal readings, as I said, that's going to be at the end. Feel free to put in, if you do wish a personal reading, feel free to make your donation with your question listed in the message, and I'll get to it after I do the main reading. Scorpio, shall we check out a message for you? Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. No need to go and budge very much right now, Scorpio. You're in a good position, Scorpio. A good position, Scorpio. Well, do you feel like you have to maintain it, or do you actually have to physically maintain it? We shall see. But what I have here, Scorpio, you are in a good spot, a good location, a good place, and it is worth defending, Scorpio. It is worth maintaining, Scorpio. It is worth the energy to protect what it is you have acquired, what you have gained, what you have earned. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Interesting in this energy underneath of here, Scorpio, because it speaks of, well, exploring, curiosity, seeing what else is out there despite this sort of stay in one spot and dig deep. This energy of establishment and continuing what it is you have established in this energy, Scorpio. A little prior to that, Scorpio, this definitely speaks of being open to new things, trying to go and find new things, looking at avenues, exploration. Exploration for a larger gain, exploration for the love of exploration, exploration to go and for the possibility to acquire something you have not already. And perhaps in this energy, Scorpio, have you found some things, Scorpio, some valuable things, Scorpio, worth protecting, worth investing in? Also in this energy too, Scorpio, you could find that despite your travels and your curiosities and your explorations, Scorpio, to see what's out there, Scorpio, you have realized that first, the best thing to go and invest in is yourself. Oh, we have a Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Just put a weight on there, Scorpio. I do have several of them. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the world. Oops, some cards fell out, Scorpio. We'll hang on to them. I have the World. I have Page of Wands. I have Two of Swords. So, my cards are slippery today. First of all, in the energy I have, Scorpio, if you were planning on making any big jumps, any big moves, wait. The time to move, Scorpio, is going to appear soon enough. Right now, Scorpio, is not the time to go and rush things. Even if you may feel inclined to, Scorpio, sit back and allow the natural process to proceed, Scorpio. Be observant. See what's unfolding around you. See what's opening up around you, Scorpio. See what comes your way, what opportunities come your way, Scorpio, naturally. Because, Scorpio, there will be a time for you to make some big changes, Scorpio, but that time is not yet quite now. Patience, Scorpio. Solidify what it is you have gained thus far, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. Well, essentially, Scorpio, An opportunity is right around the corner. But this isn't an opportunity, Scorpio, that you should go out and actively, aggressively cultivate, demand, create. You need to allow this Scorpio to come to you. You need this to come to you too, Scorpio. Because if it comes on this person, so far it looks like person Scorpio, but we'll take a look. You need to allow Scorpio, this person to come to you out of their own volition, and also in that energy, Scorpio, allow them to make a rather appetizing, a rather beautiful offer, the best offer they can give, Scorpio. One could also say in this energy, perhaps Scorpio, if you go and push forward and don't allow this to come to you naturally, what could be offered, Scorpio, would be diminished if they know that you have interest in what they have to give. In order to go and get the maximum profit, Scorpio, the maximum benefit, show some restraint, Scorpio. If you go and take a step back, Scorpio, what's going to be presented to you for consideration will be the best offer someone can make. The best offer, Scorpio, to capture your attention, capture the attention, Scorpio, of someone who at least gives the appearance, Scorpio, especially with the world, someone who's satisfied where they are right now. Someone who's not really looking for an opportunity, Scorpio, that most definitely is making its way towards you. Scorpio, we could be talking about love. We could also be talking, Scorpio, about your natural talents. Someone coming and recognizing, Scorpio, what your natural gifts are, what you are most inclined, best inclined to do, Scorpio, and you do it masterfully, Scorpio. And someone investing in those gifts. World, Scorpio, I have the Empress. 10 of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy, King of Pentacles. Definitely meetings coming up in this energy, Scorpio. This energy speaks of that which you have earned, rightfully developed. Scorpio, if we are dealing with somebody who's interested in making you a love offer, this person is making you that offer because they see everything that you're capable of bringing to their life. Everything you've worked hard for, Scorpio, they can see a way to integrate that into their routine. This is like Scorpio upgrading one's house, being able to expand your personal compound to some luxury levels. Scorpio, that's what I see if this is an energy around love. I will say to Scorpio that in general, the offer that's coming your way is the culmination of everything that you have learned, everything that you have gained. Scorpio, your talents and gains are very, very obvious as you go about your day. Maybe even too, we can say in this energy, Scorpio, the more that you're self-contained and the more, Scorpio, you project confidence. Think about it, Scorpio. Your best gifts. What are your best talents? What do you offer the best that no one else can do? And the more you lean into that, Scorpio, the more that is going to go and shine. To everyone who meets you, Scorpio, everyone who sees you, Scorpio, this is like wearing your abilities, your knowledge, like a second skin. You don't need to go and flaunt it, Scorpio. Don't need to advertise it. Your very presence speaks of your ability. Undeniable. Just like Scorpio, you can meet certain people and you can tell that they talk too much. They exaggerate too much, etc. Scorpio. In this energy, I have the opposite for you. Very, very serious demeanor you can tap into, Scorpio, to make people stand at attention. And also, Scorpio, in this energy, command respect. And Scorpio, in this energy of commanding respect, you don't get it per se, Scorpio, by tooting your own horn, but Scorpio, you get it by restraint. And also, too, Scorpio, the more left unsaid, the better. The more, Scorpio, you are assured enough to allow your presence to speak for itself, the work you do, whatever that may be, Scorpio. And when I say work, it could be actually in the workplace, Scorpio. It could just be how you introduce and integrate yourself in the public eye, how you stand up, Scorpio, in a public space. It's the little things and the large things, but the main thing here, Scorpio, is allowing your presence to go and speak for itself. One could almost say in this energy, Scorpio, too, do I say this, Scorpio? There will be chatter around you, Scorpio. A reputation, Scorpio, but I do feel like in this energy, the less said, the less you say about yourself and what you've gained, the more power you have. Anyway, Page of Wands clarified by Death, Four of Cups, and Ten of Swords. Of course, Death is Scorpio energy. It's also interesting that we're starting to go and get, Scorpio, all of these energies about eras. And I don't mean necessarily the ERROR, right? Not a fault, but, an age, an ERA. There's all of these, not that one, all of these timing cards that are popping up, signifying that one phase is well over, Scorpio, and the new phase has already begun. The new phase has already begun. Maybe like 15% energy for you, Scorpio. Still a lot to be unwritten. Still a lot, Scorpio, that is floating in the air. Anyway, 10 of Swords, Death, and a 4 of Cups. Scorpio. Has there been anything that you have been working on? Anybody you've been talking to? Any plans, Scorpio, that you've been thinking, well, I'm going to close this out and start this anew? Because that's the energy that I have here. Something that has been started prior, but not necessarily you've had, the means to move fully into it or on it. Does speak of delays in here. Delays of the pros and cons, the delays of someone extending, Scorpio, this opportunity to you, this grist to you, also to change in both your routine, their routine, and what kind of goals can that go and create? How well do you work together? How well could you be together? In this energy, Scorpio, that's coming to you. Going to take a little bit of time, Scorpio. In this energy, it looks like it already has taken a bit of time, even with the 2 of Swords. One could even say this was last year's energy, Scorpio, or maybe, Scorpio, something that's been happening for a while. Couple years, Scorpio, a desire to make some really big changes, but nothing has exactly fit into line for you to be able to make some pretty drastic movements. And trust me, Death with a 10 of Swords is a drastic movement. A drastic movement that's arriving. A drastic movement, Scorpio, that you're equipped to go and handle, but will go and change how you've been operating, who you've been dealing with, and what you've been doing. 2 of Swords, Scorpio. Two of Swords gets a 3 of Wands. Emperor. And the Fool. I do read my Knight of Cups as Scorpio. Almost like a game of chicken, Scorpio. Scorpio, the best thing you can do right now is sit tight for a little bit. Project very, as calm and collected as you can be, Scorpio. Scorpio, don't extend yourself any more than you already have. Especially to people, Scorpio, that you've already stated what you want and how you want it. There's an opportunity coming your way. A big change, Scorpio. Maybe in this energy too, Scorpio, you could be a little worried about what that would entail. Because this also does speak a little bit, Scorpio, of following someone else's lead, someone else's direction, or including someone else's lead and direction into your current plans. Definitely, Scorpio, who you are, thanks to how you've been living your life so far, Scorpio, and what you have gained, knowledge and tangible, Scorpio. That is going to serve you well in the next phase of development, which does speak of upheavals. Because, Scorpio, you're about to step off the step of yesterday and completely leave it behind. Right now, Scorpio, one foot on the before and 1 foot on the step of tomorrow. And you're about to leave the step of before entirely. That's what I see for Scorpio. Scorpio, if you are in the midst, or if you see yourself coming across any opportunities that you are interested in, Scorpio, I would say the same thing. Introduce yourself, present yourself as comfortable, confident, and secure with where you are right now, Scorpio. Opportunities will be sweetest, Scorpio, when they believe they have to go and woo you from what you're comfortable with, what your comfort zone is, to add your talented self, to care about their opportunity, their initiative, their company, themselves. Scorpio, this is an opportunity that will change your life. So in that respect, Scorpio, it could be a partnership of an interpersonal kind. It could also be, Scorpio, a professional opportunity coming your way. One thing is for sure, Scorpio, it's going to be made to you because of everything you've gone through to date. And how, Scorpio, you don't feel like you need to audition and put yourself out there, other than simply being confident and stable in yourself, your abilities, and where you see your future going. The more you're in that kind of energy, Scorpio, the sweeter the offers of partnership are going to be for you. You could get something quite large, Scorpio. What is it rather, Scorpio, that you desire? What kind of doors do you want to have open for you right now? Introduce yourself, Scorpio, and then see what comes through. Scorpio, that is my message for you. Scorpio, if you appreciate my time and energy, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. And Scorpio, I will be around for a little bit of time. If anyone has any personal questions, I am here. I am around. Until next time.